is thinking.
I'm dedicated to it. I can't be stopped.
Honky-tonk and boogie-woogie. Everything comes from honky-tonk and boogie-woogie. There is no music that has ever moved you in life that didn't have honky-tonk. And boogie-woogie. Anyhow, welcome back to the Ted Nugent Spirit Campfire. I got my old J200 Gibson guitar that Tim Miller revived for me because I'm having a great musical life. My life, isn't our life inspired and stimulated by soulful music? Not to be confused with, hey, we're the Monkees. Actually, they were a great band. They had the Wrecking Crew. They had the greatest musicians in the world playing on the Monkees songs. But the next hit country song is probably going to be, hey, we're the Monkees, because it's all fabricated. Except for some of the really soulful stuff, and only the guilty need to feel guilty. Because I have such a big mouth, because I am so we the people. I am like the definitive, pentultimate we the people hellraiser. And if you're not a hellraiser, then the people that are tromping your bent over ass laugh at you. Don't let the America hater Democrat Party trample and take advantage of your bent. Don't bend over. Do your homework in America and join us at hunternation.org. I got Keith Mark coming on. Hunternation.org. We played probably the most powerful role in the 2024 election, especially in those swing states where the good conservative candidates would lose by a very slim margin. But the Hunter Nation went after the licensed hunter conservative family army of voters. We got them to vote. Do not underestimate it. HunterNation.org, it's on the screen. You got to join us there. Keith Mark is coming on because we just got the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania Governor, Josh Shapiro. He called me yesterday. A Democrat governor of Pennsylvania called the ultra Gonzo, constitutional absolutist, Ted Nugent, because I congratulated him for signing into law the end of the atrocity, the obscenity of some man going, I know it's the normal season of harvest. This is the natural season of harvest based on God's 4 seasons. But as the sun goes down on Saturday, you can't hunt on Sunday. I know you only have 2 days to hunt, but we're going to take one of those away from you. There are still 7 states where you can't hunt on Sunday, which is obscene. And I had a bumper crop of middle fingers this year, so if you want to dunk them in some HIV-positive goat piss and wrap them in some rusty barbed wire and get Mike Tyson to ramming up their ass with a petrified oak pool cue, we can arrange that. So that's what we do. I'm an activist. Well, Nugent's a radical. Thank you very much. Not to be confused with I'm not a sheep. You're not going to shear me. You're not going to herd me. You're not going to tell me to jump through these hoops. I met a game warden at Powers Clothing in Jonesville, Michigan. Love Jonesville, Michigan. Love the Utter Side super ice cream epicenter. The Utter, UDDERSIDE, because real ice cream, not to be confused with Dairy Queen, real quality ice cream comes from a cow's udder. It's utterly delicious. It's utterly a relief. So anyhow, I was at Powers Clothing picking up a new pair of pants and a bathrobe. I've been going there since like 1969. They've been selling Carhartt clothing at Powers Clothing on Highway 12, the original only trail from Detroit to Chicago. I have so much history. I was there in 1948. But anyhow, they've been selling Carhartt clothes since 1892, before I was born. And a game warden came in. Just recently, I scathed the Department of Natural Resources, which the game wardens work for. Not actually, the game wardens actually work for those of us that paid their salaries. And his name was Mar, M-A-H-A-R. Nice gentleman, fully commando geared. He had the mace, had the taser, had his pistol, had extra magazines. So did I. And he had his vest on, and he said game warden, and he's very proud to be a law enforcement officer for conservation and the conservation families of Michigan. And I salute you guys. But then I actually went up to him with my wallet after I paid for my pants and my bathrobe at Powers Clothing. And I said, I love you, man. Thank you for dedicating your life to law and order in our sacred lifestyle. It is a lifestyle. Conservation. We are Michigan deer hunters. We are one time the #1 deer hunting state in the world because there were 11 counties in Michigan where you couldn't hunt on Sunday, so we fixed that. There was a law in Michigan, I wasn't allowed to climb a tree with my bow. Nobody's in charge of my tree climbing except me and God. And my safety system is strap and vest. And they had to have your bow in a case. The bow case doesn't play a role in wildlife management or conservation or safety. So thanks to Tom Leonard, who's going to run for governor of Michigan, Tom Leonard, great man, we got rid of this obscene laws. We got rid of the no Sunday hunting laws in Michigan. We got rid of the you can't climb a tree in Michigan. We got rid of the bow case law in Michigan. And we one time got rid of the anti-#1 game bird dove hunting season in Michigan, but they had to do an experimental dove season. Oh, you numbnuts. So I said to this great game warden, and by the way, I told him I love him. And I love all you game wardens, unless you don't think. Unless you actually go and destroy an old man's opening day of deer season because someone said he had a salt block on his farm. And here's the decree you need to write down and think. I actually tapped the great game warden. I tapped him on the head with my water. I went, think, man, think. I think that would qualify as assault. So my point is, we have to think. And if we think, our instincts and our intellect, and as we seek optimal, vast experience in life, truth, logic, and common sense will settle in. And Governor Josh Shapiro of the great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania got rid of the obscenity of a Sunday hunting ban in what was once also the #1 hunting state in the nation. But if you only have the weekends and some numbnut jackboot bureaucrat punk says 50% of your weekend is illegal, why would you go to all that effort, all that expense, all that hard work if you only have Saturday to hunt? So thank you, Governor Josh Shapiro. And you know who did it? You know who Governor Josh Shapiro thanked in Pennsylvania when he got rid of the Sunday hunting ban? He said, thanks to Hunter Nation, John and Dan, Keith Mark, Hunter Nation, we did that. Hunter Nation is not about hunting. Hunter Nation is about constitutional accountability and truth, self-evident truth, logic, and common sense. And Keith Mark is going to come on and going to explain how we do this. But you have to become a soldier for constitutional absolutism, for private property rights, for common sense regulations. You can't have a regulation, Michigan DNR, that you shoot the federal migratory game bird that's known as a ribeye in the sky, and then by law, you're not allowed to eat the ribeye in the sky. You've got to be kidding me. Who is so indecent and soulless that would think that should be a law, and who would enforce it? So game wardens, think, man, think. If they tell you to shoot Vicky Weaver because the shotgun was a little short, don't shoot Vicky Weaver, Lon Horiachi. If they tell you to raid Mar-a-Lago, say, no, I can't do that. That is the weaponization of the government. And I'm not going to partake in that obscenity, that oath-violating criminality, corruption that the Democrat Party represents. I don't know how Josh Shapiro thinks he's a Democrat. He acted like a hardcore conservative Republican when he signed to get rid of the hunting ban. So that's what we do. So I got a couple minutes left in this segment, then I have Jason Johnson, the program for Canine Heroes. I love Canine Heroes. My dogs think I'm a canine hero, but right now, support those that support us. Armslist.com. I don't even know if they're a sponsor this week, but go to armslist.com. Go to Tucktec Kayaks. Go to foldupkayaks.com. Great time of year to go kayaking and let the soul-soothing ripples in the water in your own Tucktec kayak cleanse your soul. Hard shell folding kayaks made in the USA. Go to foldupkayaks.com. They're giving a 30% discount, which means they're giving them away. It's a great product made in America. You can fold it up. It's literally a portable kayak. Who doesn't want a portable kayak in 2025 to cleanse the soul and soothe the spirit and escape the insanity? Which is why you're here with Uncle Ted. Also, MyPillow.com, the great Mike Lindell. Please support those that support my freedom-demanding, hell-raising, we the people, American mouth. I wanted to say sheet kicker. And then when I kicked the MyPillow sheets, I kicked them this morning, which makes me a sheet kicker. It's so funny, I can't. MyPillow.com. Go to MyPillow.com, type in the code SPIRIT. Mike Lindell is always having incredible sales. We love all of his products, not because he sponsors us, but because we support a man who raises a hell on behalf of we the people. It's way more than just a great American product. It's a great American hellraiser. MyPillow.com, type in the code SPIRIT, and buy his stuff for Father's Day and Mother's Day and just for the weekends. Buy it for hunting on Sunday. You'll sleep better, even though I have ammo bags under my eyes, because my life is one vapor trail of flames coming out of my ass. But don't complain, just bring the marshmallows. Anyhow, this is the Ted Nugent Spirit Campfire, and Mrs. Nugent, the queen of the forest, Little Miss Dangerous, will join me celebrating the perfection of dogs in our life. Who doesn't love dogs? I love you, dog lovers. I love my dog. And we have Jason Johnson, program for Canine Heroes. Be a canine hero. We're going to put that on the screen, but remember, go to hunternation.org. Voting for constitutional absolutism is the only hope for America. And I got a bunch of complaints right now going on in the Trump administration, but we'll save that for the next segment. Ted Nugent, Spirit Campfire. Go to tednugent.com and go nuts. It's good for you.
Dude in a Prius went and flipped me off. Guess my redneck hit him wrong.